Hello, this is Mr. McClowry, your athletic director for Appleton West High School. Thank you for taking the time to review this short slide presentation. The goal here is to give you some valuable information regarding the upcoming athletic season to help you get the most out of your experience. Please be sure to answer the questions after the presentation. At Appleton West High School, we are an education-based athletic program. That means we are very intentional about the things we are teaching our student athletes in order for them to succeed in the classroom, in life, and of course on the athletic field. So we're very intentional about teaching unity, commitment, modeling integrity, modeling a spirit of sacrifice, helping support discipline in our student athletes so they can be at their best, developing passion, coachability, teaching respect, and of course, reinforcing accountability. We believe these are the pillars that are going to help our kids be successful in every avenue of life. And we've already seen by building on these pillars the success kids can have in the classroom and on the athletic field. So when we say we're education based at Appleton West, this is what we're talking about in the athletic program, education based athletics. So part of education based athletics is student athletes being able to advocate for themselves. And we realize not every situation is going to be perfect. Sometimes there's going to be situations where students are confused, they're frustrated, they may not understand their role on the team. Well, student athletes, we want to encourage you to take the first step and talk directly to your coach. You're the one on our roster, it's your experience, and we're trying to help you to self-advocate. Coaches should be ready and willing and open to conversations with you. Find a time and a place where it's quiet and private and tell your coach the issue that you're dealing with here, or try to ask questions to try to resolve the issue. We realize sometimes that's scary and it takes a little support for our student athletes. So find an adult, a parent, Mr. McClowry, another coach, another teacher. Talk the situation through with them first, and then go talk to your coach. Or if you need to, bring that adult with you, but still, you be in the driver's seat when you're trying to have that discussion in step 2. We realize that sometimes step 1 and step 2 are not always successful, but 95% of the time they are. But that 5% when they're not, let's include the student, the coach, the parent, and Mr. McClowry in the conversation for step 3. We feel that by having an opportunity to discuss openly and freely any issue, again, putting our student athletes in the driver's seat, we feel that we can resolve most of our issues and help our kids to have a positive experience. So please look at this issue resolution chain, and let's follow this as we approach things during the season if you need to. And of course, you're always welcome to email or call Mr. McClowry if you have any questions. But if they're specific to a sport or specific to something to do with someone's playing time, that would need to go directly to the coach. Some valuable websites for you are the ncaa.org and naia.org. If you're a potential student athlete thinking about playing collegiately, the next level, 9th grade is not too early to start thinking about that. But these two websites has valuable resources on the recruiting process, and I would recommend for parents and student athletes to start the process as soon as you can, just educating yourself what needs to happen, whether you're playing at Lawrence University or you're going to be playing for the Badgers. Take a look because this could really be helpful information for you down the road. We also have a website called appletonwest.org. When you click the athletic tab, this is where you can find our athletic schedule. You can find information on our terror backers, which is wonderful people and a resource group that helps us operate our athletic programs. And then, of course, if you go down the page, you can find all the forms, which I'll be talking about very soon. And also on this page, there is an NCAA tab as well, but all kinds of information that would help you in a one-stop shop. The foxvalleyassociation.org, this is what you would get when you click on our daily schedule. I want to just show you this in the top right-hand corner. Parents, you can click on Notify Me, type in your name, your email address, your cell phone number, and then you can sign up for any sport that you want to be notified of. And you can even set the parameters. Do you want to be notified 15 minutes before, an hour before? Anyways, a good way to set up a reminder for yourself. Also, if I make a change to any schedules for the sport you signed up for, you will get an automatic notification on your cell phone or on your email inbox letting you know that a change has been made. This is particularly helpful in the spring season when a lot of changes are made. In the middle of the page where I have Appleton North highlighted, whenever we go to an away event, if you just click on this site on the opponent, you will get a Google map that takes you right to that opponent's site. Also, if you need a hard copy of of a schedule. You can just click on the schedule and you can just hit view, and then you can print the copy out for yourself for those of you that still like the hard copies. But this is the number one source of the latest and greatest master schedule for Appleton West athletics. WIAA.org. Well, the WIAA is the governing body for high school athletics in the state of Wisconsin. There's all kinds of information on their website. I want to make sure you know what's on there. It explains coaching contact rules, when a coach can and can't work with student athletes. It explains that when you're an in-season athlete for a WIAA sport team, you cannot be participating in another league outside of that. So, for example, if you're a basketball player for Appleton West, you cannot be competing at a YMCA league during the same time. There's also rules about transferring. If you're thinking of transferring out of West or transferring into West, there are rules governing your eligibility, and I'd like to make you aware of that, but I would also suggest you talk to an athletic director to make sure you fully understand those rules if you're coming in or potentially going out. And there's a plethora of other things. Concussion management is a big one on the website. There's a couple of pages dedicated with several different links on concussion management. And as part of Concussion Law 172, I just recommend that our coaches, our kids, and our families continue to learn this information about concussion awareness. Transportation, we take very seriously here at West. It's our responsibility to take our kids to and from games, and we use Lamer's bus typically, but we realize sometimes a family needs to drive their own kid to or from. If that's the case, go to the forms page, download this form, send it to me electronically after you sign it, or have your child bring it in the day before. We just want to make sure we have documentation that you are releasing the school from transporting your student athlete. Let's have 100% compliance in this, please. Thanks. Common Sense Athletic Code. We have an expectation here. If you're going to be part of the privilege of athletics at Appleton West, we expect you to be here all day in school. If you're not here all day, then you won't be able to practice, you won't be able to play, unless you're excused for a particular absence, an appointment, a funeral, a college visit. We get it. Parents, we just ask that you please excuse your kids early in the day by calling our attendance office. Academically, we expect our student athletes to be passing 5 classes. We have so many great resources here at Appleton West High School. There really is very little reason for any of our students to be failing classes. However, those that are failing, we will work with you to try to get you the support you need, but you must be passing 5 classes. The code of conduct-wise, again, common sense. We expect you to follow our state laws, our city laws. We expect you to not make drugs and alcohol part of your life. And of course, some other things as far as cheating, fighting, vandalism, social behaviors such as cyberbullying or using social network inappropriately. These are all things that, first of all, high school people do not need to make part of their lives. And it's certainly a source of stress for you, and it certainly sometimes puts kids in a situation to be unhealthy. We certainly want athletics to be a positive experience for you, and we expect you to abide by these common sense things. Student athletes, if drugs and alcohol are part of your life, please find a way to get some help. Confide in a coach, confide in a teacher at school. Yes, there will be a code violation. However, more importantly, we want to try to find a way to get you some help. Please do not hide that information from us. Help us, because again, it's trying to help you get ready for the next stage of life. So if you do break the code, tell your coach, tell Mr. McClowry, don't make excuses. You need to own it. Be honest, serve your penalty, regain your eligibility, recommit yourself. Just because you have a code violation, that does not have to define your career. There certainly is a great impact because of the consequences. However, recommitting yourself is such an important thing, and we want to find a way to keep you as part of our programs. So please think about this here if for some reason you were to break the code. Concussion management. We do have Concussion Law 172 in our state, and this is how we deal with it at Appleton West High School. We have kids stop participating. We continue to check for symptoms. We communicate between trainer and doctor and our trainer again and our coaches and our parents. We continually recheck symptoms. We got to continue to communicate because we realize there's factors that can impact recovery, such as light, sound, activity, too much activity, that is. But all these pieces we want to be aware of, and we will work to continue to communicate with you from our school if there is a concussion episode that happens to a student athlete. So if you're still in and you want to be part of our athletic program, here's what you need to do. Come to the business office, or you can download these forms from our website. I showed you that a few slides back. We need a signed athletic quote from parent and kid. We need an updated physical on file. We need an emergency card on file. An athletic fee for winter sports. Actually, all of our sports are $50 unless you're a hockey player. If you need it waived, come and talk to me. We can help you out. The concussion form signed. But all these things need to take place before we can let you on the field to try out for a team. All these things must be in the business office with Miss Andrews. Don't give them to a coach. So if you choose to try out for one of our sports teams, we'd like to see you soon. Come down to the office. Thanks.